Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folk, Tone, Marto, and of course, our Palti familiar. Good morning, afternoon, gents. What's going on? First up, welcome back, Tone. You've risen like that floating log straight to the top. Good to see you, mate.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would have said the man, the myth, the legend has returned.
Well,
good to be back. I feel like the log that sunk, but I must have floated to the top.
now, before I get tomato, what did you do, Tone? Have you sort of got two shirts for one on tonight? Because
Isn't it? I tell you what, this is a very I'm not sure, is it Tommy Hilfiger or Ralph Lauren? It's high class.
The old patchwork.
Yes, it's half and half. Half wind side, half lay side, whatever you like to say, yeah. It's pretty classy. Fantastic.
What do you reckon of it, Marto? Good to see you, by the way. Welcome back.
I don't know. Yeah. Hello, boys. Great to see you both as well. Tone, I don't know. It looks like he's sort of ripped one half of the shirt and the missus has sewn another half of another shirt onto it to make a full shirt again. He's saving money. He's not buying a new one. Make one out of two.
It's Tommy Hilfiger, that's it. Yeah, Tommy Hilfiger right there.
Right.
Yes, yeah. It's good for the winter. That's the deal, It's good. Yeah.
Yes. He's all cashed up and he's buying the Tommy Hilfiger now. He's dropping names.
Cashed up. All the money's gone from last week. It's gone down.
It surprises me because I'm like looking at it and I'm sort of like, huh? So Tommy Hilfiger,
a jacket over one side.
But yeah, it's like, hi, I'm Tartan. Hi, I'm Brown. You know what I mean? But it's always good. It's good to see you're a trendsetter. Now, we'll do a quick little recap. Gold Coast races, the Magic Millions, didn't happen. So we'll review.
No.
Fisters, Martos, kickers, Martos was scratched. So that was a win.
Scratched. Save for another day.
Tone, I think yours, Zappo, ran a drum. And so did my Cigarilla Rock or something like that as well. It looked like it was going to win.
Nice try.
But I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. But we still, out of the two runs, we got two placings. Then, of course, we all know what happened with our best bets, don't we?
Well, yes, we're Pooh and you're great.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
But let's be honest, that was last week. This week, I could be Pooh and you could be great.
Well, I could. I mean, funny things happen in racing, don't they?
They do indeed. They do.
Yes, my best just never kicked. Went all the way out the back instead of going forward and had nothing left down the straight. I got no excuses.
Tony took on you're very good at taking on favourites, Tone. But when you take them on, they win. When you back, they lose. It's a bit like
that's
that.
Right. You've got to do the direct opposite. Tone's on the favourite, so let's back whatever we like and
back the second or third in.
Wasn't a bad run by Bernie, to be honest. I mean, look, that favourite was pretty hot. You took it on, nothing wrong with that. And you ran a drum, but you run a drum, you still get the same money.
Right.
It was a pretty special horse that you did take on there, Tone. I was a little bit surprised that you took that one on. But anyway, kudos to you. You did take it on and you backed it in. Stand by our tips, don't we, boys? And of course, like you said, Taz, that favourite was just a little bit special that day.
We do now. I'm gonna digress a little bit because I'm going to be brutally honest and a little bit vulnerable here. So first up, it was the great man Pez's birthday just a few days ago. So he would have been 51 had he been with us. So that's a sad thing. So happy heavenly birthday to the great man. But today is also January the 16th. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but I fucking do, and I use the F word. But today is my birthday. And you're probably thinking, what do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. This day last year, I had my stroke. It's been 1 year to the day.
Wow.
So
you're already, geez.
So, yes.
Up, but I didn't think it was yet. I thought it was a bit later in the month.
So, yes, 1 year. So little bit bizarre for me today. I'll be brutally honest. I mean, my mum went in and had surgery on her eye, but I was very anxious
Mm.
throughout the day, so a bit teary as well, to be honest. So I know a little bit of post traumatic stress disorder. I think I've got a little bit of that, but I am seeing.
Yeah, always wondered how you guys go, you know, when you've been through a traumatic event. I mean, Tone's been through the trouble with his heart, you with the stroke. You know, when that date comes up each year and what you're actually feeling, you've got to be anxious about it. You know, you've got through another 12 months after it. What's going to happen now? You know, this is my second chance. Have I treated myself well after it? And fortunately for me, I haven't been through anything like that yet.
Yeah,
Nothing more than just stress and anxiety, but nothing major like you guys have been through. But I always wondered what sort of emotions you go through
no,
every
it's
12
shit.
months after.
I'll be honest with you, it's shit. For me personally, like I've had a lot of ups and downs. I might not share them with you. Some people probably don't know them.
Sure.
But I see someone. I see someone at least once a month. We have a bit of a chin wag and stuff, so there's a lot of highs and a lot of lows.
Just for the head.
Yeah, of course. But there's
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like, I get a I might wake up and I've got a numb arm. Now
Oh yeah.
I panic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
last time I had that, this is what happened. You get a headache and you start to worry about it. So it's just
Mm,
trying to pack it away to calm yourself and stuff like that.
sure.
And yeah, I mean, it cost me 240 a session. So she's not cheap, but
Yeah, but you're a government worker.
I know, but I think, look, I highly recommend it to anyone. I think that there's no shame in speaking to
Mm,
someone, because at the end of the day, what it is for me is I'm just actually talking to someone and getting it off my chest without judgment. And
right.
what we do with friends sometimes, we don't, because we feel shame and we feel like we're going to be judged. And it's
Yeah, well, we're just going through that now. I mean, I'm taking the piss while you're
no,
talking
no,
about
no, I know
something.
that. I know
Because
that.
I try to keep things
No,
lighthearted, but I mean,
no, I
for
know.
you, that's not healing. It's just making a joke out of it. And then, of course, there's no disrespect meant to you, and I'm sure you
No,
don't take it.
no, of course
But
not.
that's how I deal with it. But yeah,
Yeah,
and you're right, though. We do need someone that we can open up and vent to
yeah,
without judgment
yeah, I think so.
and get those things off our chest. Yes,
So
it's
yeah, so
healthy.
so for me, it was a big win. So I'm sure tonight we're going to have a big win. We're going to find some winners,
Right.
and we're going to
Back
transfer
of that,
that into
man.
Friday and Saturday and Sunday and moving forward. So we're going to start with our Kickstarters, and I think someone else, Tone, is going to the well. Marto,
Oh,
it's off.
oh.
Did I go to the well?
You have gone
Have I
back
been there
to
before?
well and truly well.
My laptop is a little bit slow. I've got
We're
Flemington race 1, number 1, and
yes,
I'm trying to. Oh, was it Munhammek?
that's the
Yes, yes,
one.
yes. Um,
I remember that
yes.
name.
I'm banking on class on getting this one home. I'm still waiting for this laptop to kick in, but anyway, I'm banking on class for this one to get home. I know it's been up a long time and it's been up and about. It's, I think, placed in the right sort of race, and the Flemington Mile is something that he loves. Billy Egan is, what's he run? He's won 2 from 3 on it. And at the Flemington Mile, this horse is 3 out of 4. Loves a dry track as well. Drawn barrier 1, so he can go forward. He can take a sit. Billy Egan's going to put him in the right spot, and he's going to be every chance at the line. But yeah, like I said, I'm banking on class to get this one home.
Mano,
Third up in the
you are
prep.
banking on class. I don't know. I'm not betting that early. But when I saw it, I had a bit of a giggle. But I tell you where I would have backed it if it was a greyhound and it was in a Masters race, because I don't know how old Mudamek is. But anyway, I know Noe will be definitely on it, because he one, he follows
Yeah,
you,
well,
and 2, he does love it.
he's a 9-year-old.
There you go.
But like I said, he loves the Flemington Mile, so I'm going to back him in with class over this field.
Nice. Well, I'll go second, because I'm going to save the best for last. And Dive actually also sticks to Flemington, and I've gone with a horse called Hot Whiskers. Now,
Whiskers.
this
Aptly
horse,
named.
this horse is trained by Stokes. So, he's got the two training stables in South Australia, and of course, I think in Ballarat it might be. And this horse won a nice race first up in a slowly run race, but it co-led and then it kicked away. Now, I suspect this will be a faster run race. I suspect this will not lead, and I expect it to get over the top. So that's with me, Hot Whiskers. It's about $4, thereabouts, $4.50. What do you reckon? Stackhouse is on it. Wins? Perfect.
Love the Stackhouse.
Perfect. Now, Tone.
Yep.
Tone, where are you going, my good man?
I'm heading towards the desert this week. I'm heading over to South Australia. Yeah, where the ships don't take on water and it's the worst beer in Australia. But hang on, they still have horse racing there. So you've got to have a crack, haven't you? Hey?
You do.
There's too many corrupt jockeys all around the country at the moment. I'm really dirty on a lot of them. Shocking. But anyway, I think I've found one that...
You have, before you actually say the name of this horse, does this horse take you back about 20 years, maybe 20, 30 years ago? Because I reckon this would have been something that you would have said a lot when you were younger. Give us the name of the horse.
Let's get down.
Hey.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, you never know, do you? Anyway, yeah, so good old Morfettville, race 1, number 3, and it's a favourite. Beware, beware. Let's get down. I think I looked at it, was about 270. Taz has already got his money on. It's into 240. By the time Mardo gets his money on, it'll pay probably $1.50. But it's got, what was it, Lockie Niendorf on board, drawn in 8. Now, it was a good run last start. I think it ran second, right? Second, third.
Yep.
It goes all right at Morfettville, but watching the race, and I did watch the race a couple of times, and it did jump a bit. It jumped a bit awkwardly, actually. And when you look at it, when you look at it coming down the straight, it was the widest run, nearly in the car park.
Maybe that's where they wanted to get down and dirty.
Let's get down to business.
It did come home well, and I just think it peaked on its run a little bit early. So I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. And it's, like I said, it's a bit of a Morfettville specialist. I think it can win. Mind you, it is a favourite.
But Tone, your favourites when they're a double, like $2 plus, they're okay favourites. It's when you, like, how you said, I've had something on it, Mardo's had something on it, it's into $1.50, it's done. Don't want it $1.50, it's done. We can lay it. But if it stays at the $2 price, $2 plus, good price, good value, get on. I hope so. I hope you're right there, Tone.
So do I.
Now, what about your best? Because we want to get to some beautiful racing on the Gold Coast on Friday as well. And something that we do here on this show is we send out subliminal messages. Mardo, you threw out a winner last week.
Oh, yes, Elphinstone. Yes, we mentioned it and gave it a good mention too. So if you didn't get on, well, bad luck to you, as did you, Tone. Sorry, Taz.
Yes.
One long day. So we find winners here. So we don't only give you horses that you can get the big texter and go like that. We give you winners. So if you're watching the show and your mates aren't, get them to watch and get them even to subscribe. I mean, PALTI AC is the place you want to be.
There you go.
Now,
that's it.
Tone, we missed your lingo last week. We missed your presence. We know you've risen from the dead. Tell us about your titanium tip, please.
The titanium tip. Well, I too, I think, have gone back to the well. I've gone to Sydney, Rose Hill, race 7, number 2, Converge, which I have tipped before in the Summer Cup, probably the hardest race of the day. when I looked at it, it was about $6. It's blown out a bit since then to $7.50. But I'm pretty confident that it'll be in it for a long way, because we've got a decent, honest jockey on board, and they're about as they're as scarce as hen's teeth. Timmy Clark's on board.
Ooh.
And I think it's got a big chance. These are the sorts of races that it could very well pop up in. Last start it was a pretty good run. It finished up about 3.5 lengths, I think, from the winner. It ran fourth.
Yep.
But it was coming home hard in the straight. But it is a tough race. But I don't know if it's in Mardo's numbers. It could be. It might not be.
That's what we want to know,
Yeah,
Mardo. Get in your numbers.
I've got three that I couldn't separate, and Converge is the value of the three. Obviously, Converge, Ozopenko, and what's the number 6? Redbreast.
Redbreast.
I think those are the three. Redbreast, yeah, coming down from Brisbane.
Yep.
I think those are the three that are the top three. Yeah. Ozopenko, Converge, and Redbreast, I think, are the three that could take this out. And yeah, Tone's on a bit of value at $8. It's much better than the $2.60 was probably a bit short for Ozopenko. But yeah, I like Converge's chances in this race.
Beautiful. Now, I'm just going to summarize that just for the lay person. All right. So I'm going to pretend to be you, Mardo. All right. Watch this.
Right.
Mardo, is it in your numbers? Listen, I don't think you can win. I reckon if it's lucky, it'll run third, but it's a good price. How does that sound, Tony? Is that what he's saying?
There we go. Yeah.
It might be the way you've translated it, but that's not what I meant at all. I think it's a red hot. $8 is overs for Converge.
That's fine. Good luck, Tone. I do think you have picked a tough race, but at least you've got a good price.
Yep.
So, if people want to play each way, it's the value's there. Mardo, where are you going? Because I think you're staying in the same part of the world.
I'm also going in Sydney. I'm going to get it out the way early. I put this number up before the rain came to Sydney. They're now predicting a heavy 8s, which does worry me a little bit. Rose Hill, race 3, number 1. He's darn hot too. It's another one of those too darn hot horses, like Too Darn Lizzie, and this is a great one. Lost by a pimple to a horse that is a red hot in the Guineas on Friday night on the Gold Coast. Ran second on the Sunshine Coast on a soft track to Cosmic Fire, who is a red hot chance in the Guineas on Friday night. I am a little worried about the heavy track because the Too Darn Hot horses tend to run well on dry and soft, but I'm not sure about the heavy. The favourite in the race, Polyglot, I can't have it, $2. I know it won in a heavy at Seymour, but nothing has come out of that race to frank that form either. This is a big step up from maiden to benchmark 72. He's darn hot too. Joshy Parr on, barrier 8. We're going to get back a little bit and flying home if it can pick up in the wet.
Question, because both of you boys have gone to Rose Hill.
Yep.
What's the track information? Yes, you're saying it's heavy, but have you got any mail as to whether it's going to be a leaders track or a wide?
Oh, the track will be true, so I think it'll play fair for him.
Okay, nice to know. I did look at Rose Hill, but I myself have gone to Eagle Farm, and it's a soft track. And I would hate to get the pronunciation of this horse wrong, but it is Eagle Farm, race 6, number 4. Fuck Obama. Fukubana. I don't know how you want to pronounce it, but it's spelled Fukubana. Fukubana. Now,
is it a Kiwi horse?
It's not. It's actually an Australian horse, but I don't know what. It's a great name. I do like it. Look, this horse was its form sort of tapered off at the end of its last preparation. It was meeting some of the best horses going round. Celestial Legend, Militarize, NCAP.
Oh.
It was, again, over 1,600 towards the latter part. First up over 1,200, has won over 1,200. Look, it hasn't drawn the best barrier in the world, but I wouldn't be too worried about that because this horse sort of gets a bit back and flies home. It's 2 from 3 on a soft track. I think it's been off the circuit for a while, so it hasn't raced since around about this time last year. So what that tells me is that Matty Dunn has looked after this. and either there's problems with this horse or he's just given it some time to mature and getting it ready to win first up. So for me, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts favourite. If it does, Moron goes on as before.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't and it starts to get the blows, I do get a little bit concerned with this one, because then it's telling me maybe it'll need the run. But I'm taking a chance and I'm sticking with Fukubama, race 6, number 4.
Well, there you go.
Sounds good.
So
Good on you.
let's keep it going.
I do think if you're playing multis, I think Rose Hill race 4, Gilded Water. I think it's one of the best bets of the day at Rose Hill.
What race is it?
Sorry, race 5, number 1, Gilded Water at Rose Hills.
I'm writing
That
it
is a
down.
very special horse. It's an import and done nothing wrong so far. I think it wins another one to improve the picket fence.
Well,
Gilded Water, put it in your multis.
Well,
I
know
read something about that the other day, actually. I haven't looked at it, but I read or heard something about Gilded Water or something.
It's a superstar.
Well, I myself have got another friend who has got another share in another horse.
More male.
Not the same one. It is at Flemington Race 6, number 1, Velocio Caro. It's trained by Kyron Marr. And this horse has actually won down the straight. It has won first up as well. And it's actually trialling quite well. Now, I think Zara's on it. It's first up. I haven't had the mail yet. I haven't received the call or the SMS or the messenger post yet. But if I do get it, I'm sure to share it. And if I don't get it, I'll make sure I get it, because I'll send him a message myself and say, hey, your friggin' horse is in. What's going on? For me, based on what I've seen and what I've heard, I think this horse could surprise. I think it's going to be a decent price. So have a look at it. Velocio Caro is.
Well, it's got a real jockey on it, so Zara.
Yep.
No worries. He'll be having a crack.
Now, Friday night.
Friday night light.
Friday night under the lights. Tone, in the old days, it would have been fish and chips Friday nights, wouldn't it? Wasn't that the old thing they used to do?
Oh, yeah, fish and chips, yep.
Kevin Bartlett, that's what he used to do every Friday night before a game. Was a ritual. I think he played over 400,000 games. Have you had a look?
Old hungry.
Have you had
Absolutely.
a look?
Absolutely.
Mardo said, I haven't actually really had a look because my form's been pretty average of late. So,
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to kick us off. Race 2, Friday night at the Gold Coast, Magic Millions, 2-year-old classic. I'm going to stay with the local horse. She just runs down the road. She's an Eagle Farm horse, La Bella Boom. I think her winning the Pearl a week and a half back on the Sunshine Coast was very, very arrogant. It wasn't a gut-busting run, and she won by almost 3 lengths. Willow stays on. Barrier 10's not too bad. She's 2 from 2 on the soft, and Tony Gollan is very much up and about regarding her chances.
It was interesting.
La Bella Boom, $7. Very nice price.
Well, I know that Hazy shared that on the page last week, because I think he's got a mate that's involved in this, and there's the other one, I think it's called Fortunate Rossa. So I'm sure that if they still believe that it's a big chance, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be, they get on. Now, the one I like actually in that race, Mardo, because I give it a bit of a chance and it's overs, it's also a Tony Gollan horse. It's about 15 to 1, and it's called High Barbie. I do like La Bella Boom, but I just think as my little smoky in the race, I'm going to probably include little High Barbie, because I was on it first up, and then I know it failed second up, but it was a good track. If it's going to get the rain affected, it's going to be nighttime, might make it a bit more slippery for it. I'm hoping for a miracle. There's another one in that race.
Number 11, Timmy Clarkson,
Yeah, and there's one Space Raider. I know it's in that race. It's Mickey Price's. It is also nominated the following day on
Yeah.
Saturday at Eagle Farm at I think $1.28. So
Yeah.
if they don't run it and they scratch it, I reckon they're probably saying we win on Saturday.
Well,
Very,
all
very
those boom horses, they've been going pretty well of late, haven't they?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they have.
what happens too with a lot of those Tony Golden horses at times when there's two or three in a race, the long price one will win and the other one will run second or third. So might be.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm actually with Taz. I think the Bella Boom wins for him on Friday night, and then what the other one down the bottom, Space Raider. Oh, sorry, no, that was it was the one you mentioned. Hi Barbie.
Hi Barbie.
Yeah, Hi Barbie might be saved for another day.
Look at
But they both like the wet. Look, I mean, there's cases against Gallo Nero had every favour last race when it won. Mimo and Olay, those two girls, they proved themselves 2 races back and then didn't produce last start. So I don't know. It's really open. Akirian Dream, when she won, she had every favour given to her as well. It was handed to her on a plate. So put them under pressure and see how they go. But yeah, I'm still with La Bella Boom. You can't talk me out of it.
No, that's there's nothing wrong with that. Now there's a few other races up there as well.
Yes, we got the Magic
3
Millions
year-old
Cup in race 4.
Do you fancy anything? Because I have, and it's down
I
down the bottom.
certainly do. Me too. I'm really, really bullish on Redford at $7.50.
$1.1 million horse.
Yes. The reason why it went past Moravia last start, who has run well in group races, and drops a ton of weight. Now, I mean, he went past there with was it 60 kilos on, given 3 kilos away to Moravia, and now drops down to 53 kilos. So yeah, very, very nice. Also likes the soft, runs well on dry as well, but does like the soft tracks. And I think it's the right sort of trip for Redford from Barrier 5 with young Bailey Wheeler on, not claiming, interestingly, but we're only getting him with 53 kilos. So I do like this one's chances in the Cup.
Nice. Tone, I'm going to ask you, do you think Marto does his best work on the soft?
He likes the soft, doesn't he?
He does. You know what I mean? Like, the old days, they used to say firm, but they don't say that anymore, do they? A firm track. But Marto's like a soft track.
Firm track. Yeah, I haven't heard that for years. Yeah, it's good these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've had a couple of good threes, but yeah.
They don't want them too firm. Now, I followed Redfern from the very day dot when it was, as I said, a $1.1 million purchase. But it can win, and it won really well last start. But there's one down the bottom. I think it's called Weagle Tiger, number 20 from Barrier 21. It's been racing.
Car park.
Yeah,
car park stuff. That
look, it's been racing really, really well. Again, in me box 5 for my trifecta, it goes in. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I think it's a really hard race, but it goes in because it's been racing really well. If it can get out and get across to the front thereabouts, it's going to set it up. It might even set it up for Redford. So who knows, because it might put some pace on. But they've got to catch me if you can type horse. Now, there's another one. There's a 3-year-old race. Millions.
Yes.
They're giving them away up there. They're giving it money.
Oh, the 3-year-old guineas, isn't it? Race 5.
That's right. Yeah, they're big fields.
And yes, I have looked at this one as well, and I do like another filly. Ironically, in the mares of fillies.
No, sorry, mate. I'm going to interrupt you. Wait.
Yeah.
Marto likes the fillies on a soft.
Okay. Well, you don't want to scare them off.
Go, Marto.
Another one down the bottom, lightweight, 54 kilos. This is race 5 at the Gold Coast Friday night. Bohemia. I do think this is a wide open race, and $7 is probably a fair price for this one for Lee and Cherry Curtis. Tommy Berry on. We have drawn the car park, but she does get back a bit in the run, and I'm just going to take her because of the Warren Magic Millions form. She won the Warren Magic Millions, so let's go for the double with the guineas.
You've don't think that what's it called? Snitsanova can win it.
Oh, that's one of mine.
I think there's many chances here, and I'll tell you what, if Shangri-La Express gets up, or
Love it.
has Dawn Express in this one, or
Love it.
something else? Zoo Baby. If Zoo Baby gets up in this one, I mean, they're ghosts that we've backed in before.
Yeah.
Dawn Service is actually scratched, so he can't win. Thank Christ for that.
Yeah.
Because
Well, Shangri-La Express is one of mine. And I know first up, like it's come back gelded. Angela Jones is actually on it, and I don't mind Angela. And gelded horse first up, ran a good honest race. Yeah, it goes in my box 5 trifecta.
The only thing that worried me there was the wide draw, and it likes to sit forward on the speed.
It does, absolutely.
The wide draw might knock it up a bit there, but $26 you're getting on for nothing, and it is a wide open race. So it's just really just throwing darts, I reckon.
If I was going to have a follow up, I would have followed up on Snitsanova, because that's one of mine. But the race is harder than Chinese arithmetic, honestly. Like there's a lot of good horses in it, eh?
Well, it's going for 4 in a row, Snitsanova, so anything's possible.
That's why I'm not on it.
Yeah.
If I tip it, it'll run second or third, so I'm not staying away.
Well, keep in mind, we also said the best bet was beating a pimple by Cosmic Fire, who goes around in this race. Yeah. If she can run well in this race, then I'll be a little bit more confident in my best bet for Saturday as well.
Yeah, nice one. And there's one more. There's one more big race, isn't there? And that's hang on. I've got something here. I wrote this down. No, I don't want to forget. In amongst the soccer club tonight, because we're back into it pre-season. We've got another practice match this Saturday, so we're up and about Tuesdays, Thursdays, games every weekend. The lads tonight were talking up Miss Rubini.
You beat me to it. Yes,
they were all talking it up. Now, I couldn't believe how much so. So much so that I just wonder. Now I understand why this is favourite. Why do you like it, Mark? And why were they, or if they're watching the show tomorrow when we put it up today, why do they like it? Why do you think they should?
Because I liked her first up run, and I said to a few guys she's going to win next start, and she absolutely did. I know it wasn't a big margin, but she did win at Ballarat on a good track, which is probably not favoured by her breeding. Being a Zoo Star, she's going to like the wet track. She's drawn in 10, but Ethan Brown's on. She loves this trip, obviously with winning 1 from 1. I really do like her chances on the soft track here, under lights too. At the Gold Coast, she's going to have every chance. Yep. I think it's one of the better bets on Friday night.
And we got the last race 7, I think it is. I know I like one. It's Golden Williams, our favourite jockey. Skirt the Law. Third up. This was a good 2-year-old. Really hasn't lived up to the form it's shown, but I think it's about to turn the corner. That's it for me. $10. Tone, have you had it? I know you haven't had a look, but you're probably having a look now.
No, my computer's not working actually.
Tone,
but I do like to sometimes when I'll have a trifecta, I'll just chuck in my favourite numbers in the last. I'd go 3, 4, and 10, whatever they are. That would be me trifecta.
3, 4, and 10. Yeah, righto. I'm going to say I'm going to scratch Yellow Brick, put a line through that one. It can't win.
Yeah.
Safrado possible, but Barrier 4 is probably going to get boxed up. Boom Talk's probably at the right odds.
Favourite, isn't it?
It is favourite now, yes. Open at $6 though. It's come into $3.50. I think that's probably the right odds. An outside chance to Bohemian Lad from Barrier 2 with the lightweight, 52 kilos. But I think Boom Talk. I think it is a pretty open race. You can scratch that first one in the betting, the top weight. Yellow Brick is just too short and it's got too much weight on.
Perfect. Now
a lot of weight.
We're going to try to end this show a little bit better than we did last week's. We've got a couple of minutes. I just want to say, Kyrgios, are you a fan or are you a flogger? Tone, what do you think?
I was curious. Sorry.
Curious.
Kyrgios, the tennis player. Are you a fan or are you a flogger?
Nah, not a fan. Flogger. Nah.
You, Marto?
I was curious. I know he's been through a lot of mental health and all these bullshit that he's been through the last 12 months. But I was, to be honest, I was a little interested to see if he could perform in his comeback. But up in Brisbane, he sort of showed that he wasn't ready anyway.
Fan or flogger?
Flogger.
Okay, I won't say what I am. Kokonakis. Fan,
I like him.
flogger, pretender.
Big fan. He fights. He had so many injuries to fight through that 5-set match win the other night. I'm a fan.
No idea.
Popperin. Pretender.
Pretender.
Well, there you
Toss
go.
up.
That's it. What about Sinner?
Another demon.
Drug cheat or unlucky?
Drug cheat.
Tone?
Cheat.
Plain and simple.
Absolute cheat.
There you
The
go.
demon.
That's
What about a
what we all
champion? The
agree
demon.
on. Demon?
The demon.
Workhorse.
Absolutely.
Gives everything.
He's Leighton Hewitt at the end of his career, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He absolutely is.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
hit us up. We're less than a minute. Tone, real quick, give us a zinger or a goodbye. Otherwise, it's going to Marto because we're going to cut out really soon.
What do you call it who has a sex operation?
What do you call it?
Strapodectomy. What do you call a bloke who has a sex operation to become a woman?
Go on.
Cut and shut. There you go.
I got one for you, real quick. How do you put an elephant in a fridge?
No.
Well, you normally open the door. You try to put it in. When you
Oh,
close
let's
it.
be logical.
Oh, there's an elephant joke for you. What's the difference between an elephant and an orange? An elephant's arsehole and an orange.
Go on.
Suck it and see.
Perfect. Now, gentlemen, episode
Yes.
33 AC it's been. I'll get this up. I'll
Woo.
get it up and running. It's been a pleasure to have you back, Tone. Always a pleasure to
Thanks,
see
mate.
you, Marto. And